the prospective customers. Next is attract, the customer. So we got to think about where's the marketplace, then how are we going to attract. Then we What's up, club members? Tuan Nguyen here, part of the $1 Million Idea Club, where we share with you tips, strategies, and roadmaps so you can start and scale your business while staying connected with yourself and those that matter to you. All right, let's get started here, guys. So we are talking about the 3 things you need to learn before starting a business. These are 3 things, whether it be 2021 or beyond, and I'm pretty sure that those who've started the business before this will adhere and agree to these 3 things because it's so fundamental. And the 3 are the 3 M's. The first one is mindset, then money, and then of course marketing. And I have a 5th bonus M for you if you want to stick till the end. But hey, let's get started with the first one, the mindset. We call this the mindset trifecta. Wow. And the first thing is you need to understand that there will always be someone who will not see what you see. And the funny thing is that someone or those people are usually the people who care for you the most. And they're gonna look at your life with their lens and with their value system, and they're not gonna be able to see what you see. And I learned that myself, and when I interviewed hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs and many in my entire life, it's funny how when we hit a wall, it's sometimes the people who love us create the doubt in us. And sometimes it's ourselves too, right? But the most important thing is understanding that you see your vision, and you cannot expect anyone to see your vision all the way through right from the beginning. Over time, when you run a business, your team starts falling into your vision, following it, and co-creating the vision. That's what becomes amazing. But in the beginning, when you're starting, do not expect even one person to completely see what you see. That's first of the mindset trifecta. The next one is, once you decide who you are not shows up. And I learned this from my men's empowerment coach, this guy named Jovan Langford. And it was so brilliant because there's so many times in my life, and I could choose kind of 2 different parts of my life. One, let's say a relationship, like you're not with someone anymore, and finally you decide like, okay, I can do it. I'm gonna go off my own. And suddenly like a new person appears in your life. And you're like, oh, maybe I should try this relationship out. You know what? I don't have to be single. I'm okay, And so once you decide who you are not shows up. Or this happened to me even 5.5 years ago. I'm starting this YouTube channel probably, 4 years later than I had wanted to. In all truth, I'm okay with it because I have so much experience and things that I've learned over the last 4 years that I get to share on the channel now, so never too late. But years ago, I said to myself, I'm gonna do a few things, and guess what? Who I was not showing up. I want to be a particular type of entrepreneur, and then who I was not came up. And the person that was not was the consulting side. I mean, in the last 5.5 years, yes, I've built a 7-figure business advisory firm to dental groups. But there's a reason why this very minute, I don't have that anymore. It could have continued. It could have made the same amount of money. It could have been very successful, but it just wasn't what I want to do. That's not who I am. It's just, I helped a buddy, it went really well. Then I helped a cousin, it went really well. And it just started picking up steam. And I was like, oh my goodness. So be careful where you start, and then make sure that once you decide who you want to be, how you want to build your life, first person that knocks on the door is the old you, is another version of you. And you're going to be teased to step away from that desired goal that you always want to be, that part of you that is inside of you that wants to come out. So remember, once you decide who you are not comes out, right? Or knocks on the door. Next is, you are like an acorn. The acorn has everything it needs to become that oak tree. All it needs is the right environment. Right? And so how do you know what's the right environment? Well, success leaves clues. Follow the clues that the people have left behind for you to adopt. So mental models, strategies, and tips. These are all the things we can study right now. And there's so much amazing information out there, like all over YouTube. Yeah. Okay, anyways, so those are the 3 mindset trifectas. Now let's go down to money. I don't just want to help people build 7-figure businesses. That's why I always do this, 8-figure businesses. What's really important for me is sustainability. I have an accounting background. I worked in a CPA firm. I did a lot of tax. I focused on taxes. I was really interested, but I had to do the audits, financial statements, all that stuff. And prior to that, I studied engineering. So I'm a super numbers guy, and I'm very focused on driving profitability. As an engineer, we always talk about using energy and maximizing energy. In business, we're maximizing the return on our resources, right? So, but the thing is, what is profit? And a lot of people see profit as revenue minus expenses. But there's this book called Profit First from Michael Michalowicz. Highly recommend that. I mention it all the time. And really, profit is what you take from revenue before expenses, right? And so when you're thinking about your company, of course, you're thinking about the cost that's going to go into producing the product or the service you need to offer. But then you're going to charge a particular price. And most people think about a price where it's like, how much above my expenses do I want to charge? Well, no, it's a bit of an evaluation, which I will go into this in a future video. How do you create pricing strategies and all that kind of stuff? And so that way you have the right elements included into the pricing so you drive the right profitability. But the profit we take home is I'm going to charge a price, but I'm going to always take 10 or 15% off the revenue before even looking at my expenses. And this is brilliant because it guarantees a certain level of profitability, and you're not like always where most people do. So many entrepreneurs do this. They make all this money, they spend their money looking to make more money, and at the end of the year, they have no money. Next is develop a budget. And when I say budget, yes, I'm talking about this title is with or without money, but a budget is about your resources. It's not just about money, it's money, your time, and the people you can leverage, mobilize to be part of launching and running this business of yours in the beginning, right? When it comes to like a longer term business, no way you can start a business and keep it running without money. We're talking like starting a business here, and what can you leverage right from the beginning? And the reason I say create a budget is that at the end of the day, just like I mentioned earlier about being an engineer and then doing accounting, is that the art of an entrepreneur, in my opinion, is how can you take a defined set of resources, and it could be even expressed as a percentage even. But again, I go over all these little elements in future videos. I can't wait to do that because I have so much I want to just share and support you guys in developing these profitable businesses. But when you create, in my opinion, an entrepreneur is someone who could take a set defined amount of resources and maximize the value of that. And I discovered this through volunteerism. For some of you who don't know who I am, but a quick backstory is that I didn't go into entrepreneurship like, hey, I want to be a business owner. I thought I was going to be in an accounting firm forever and just become a partner one day. But in the meantime, I was volunteering and fundraising for charity. And what I did not realize was my desire to take the limited resources that I had from volunteers and marketing budget and whatever I had to maximize the amount of money I could raise to donate to charity. I didn't know that was entrepreneurial, but I also didn't know that I was working with a defined budget, and that got me to be super creative and figuring out how do I just maximize return? How do I maximize the usefulness or the value of these resources? So remember, creating a budget to me is very, very important. Now, yes, I did say things like, hey, start a business without money, but I'm gonna sound like a parent here, but there's nothing free in this world. There's no such thing as free, right? So yeah, you might have someone work for you for free, but you're gonna have to take time managing a person, creating some kind of reporting structure, make sure they know what they're doing, they're not screwing up. You might not even sleep well at night because you're wondering if they know what they're doing. And for some types of business, you might be like, oh my goodness, are they stealing from my business? So nothing is really free in this world, right? But if you're at a place where you don't have money and you need to start your business, then yes, you can leverage your time, leverage your and the people around you, right? So yes, awesome. Student programs, name it. Again, I will go through these elements in greater detail in future videos. And I can't wait because I have all these little kind of blueprint frameworks that I've used to tell my accountant and an engineer back in the day, like processes, systems, frameworks. Yeah, that's my style, right? Now, the last thing I want you to really do is under the money is give yourself a replacement value, meaning every time I've launched businesses, and my partner Steven, we are the ones who ran with this other guy, Craig Dornbos, this online directory service and software company. And anytime we launch something new, we always ask ourselves, how much would it cost to pay someone to run this business? And sometimes you're thinking it'll be a $60K a year salary job, or you might say, I'm going to bill myself at $15 an hour to run this part of the business. So therefore, when you are building your business from scratch, even though you're not spending money, you need to pretend you are spending money, because time is money. So give yourself that value time and put it in your financial statements. You've kind of made it to almost maybe halfway through this video. So what I like to do, if so far things are awesome, you're getting some value, please smash that subscribe button, like, share, because this is a non-for-profit YouTube channel, meaning 100% of YouTube ad revenue will go to registered charities that support youth entrepreneurship. So let's keep rocking. Now, next is marketing. Yes, so we got mindset, money, marketing. So first thing about marketing, I would say, if you're ready to start marketing, jump in the shower. That's what I would love to say. I would say jump in the shower. But what I mean by that is when you jump in the shower, unless you're taking cold showers like my boy Nick Ham, are you watching there? He's got a YouTube channel too. We all started around the same time, so just trying to support us small channels. But yes, you jump in the shower, unless you're Nick who can take cold showers. In most cases, it takes time to adjust the knobs, right? And yeah, let's not go there. But yes, it takes time to adjust the knobs to get the temperature at the right, whatever. And this is an analogy that I used to where you're aligning your product and services with your customers. It takes time to fully define your service, not just the product, like maybe you have the product, but how you deliver it, the services you offer around it, branding, the culture, all that needs to align with a particular type of customer. It doesn't happen right away. So knowing that when you start marketing, it's like jumping in the shower. It's like turning on the water and adjusting it until the temperature is right? The next one is the word made. And made is a process that I like to go with myself and my clients. And by the way, I don't offer crazy consulting services. It's just every now and then I help some friends. So MADE. So first is the marketplace. Identifying the marketplace where you could find the prospective customers. Next is attract, the customer. So we got to think about where's the marketplace, then how are we going to attract. Then we develop that relationship until the point we can enroll them into our company. So MADE, made, marketplace, acquire, develop, enroll. Now, having a web presence, social media, we've all heard this, having all these technology to us, free, it is all that you need to start. You don't have to invest in paid advertisement, any of this stuff. You could use it to do research. You could use it to get the word out. You could use it to test if people would, be interested in it. Start a Facebook group and just invite people in, put a few Instagram posts in a series, go on LinkedIn. There could be so many incredible strategies you can use that's free. Getting some web presence and writing a blog and putting some videos up on YouTube even. These are all strategies you can use. And I'll give you a bit of something interesting. I don't offer coaching services around parents and kidpreneurship, but I launched a 20 video playlist that I downloaded what I did with my kids to teach them entrepreneurship. Here's the crazy thing. As of the time they recorded this video and the release of this video, I only launched this channel 1 week ago. I launched a 20 playlist and so cool. Maybe I'll show screenshots on the video. We'll see it during the editing process. But we had 15 or 16 people hit me up and say, hey, are you gonna have a mastermind? So parents who want to get supported to help them implement, kidpreneurship, entrepreneurship tools and tips and tricks and stuff like that to their kids. Am I gonna start a mastermind? I wasn't even thinking about this. I just have so many people asking me this. I just had to download it onto YouTube videos. I'm building a technology company right now, so I don't have time to have these mastermind groups. But again, if you are into this space, it's amazing when you just put a whole bunch of things out there that kind of shows your interest, your expertise, or something you want to do for someone. You'd be surprised what happens. And I did this and it was free. It was crazy free. I couldn't believe it, right? So lots of great resources online on YouTube. In case you wanna, go and check it out and learn how to leverage social media and the internet. It's pretty cool. It's literally all free. Actually, if you go to Yoga with Kassandra, it's our YouTube channel that we go through as a family, yoga. She's also a dear friend now, and she built her entire company. She was working at the city of Ottawa, and she built her entire YouTube presence online, and she learned everything for free. She never paid for a single course, never hired a coach, never joined a mastermind, never traveled to conferences, did it all, learned it all for free, all on YouTube. So if she can do it, I am confident anyone can do it. We're all the same, you know what I'm saying? So now that you've made it to the end for all three, again, it's mindset, money, marketing. I'm gonna give you one last one, which is management. And it's not real management. It's just a tip I want to offer as a friend, which is anyone who comes up to me and says, yo, I want to start a business, I help them with this little process. But then at the same time, I let them know that it's a very risky adventure, although exciting and thrilling like a roller coaster ride. But I highly encourage you to hang on to your job if you have a full-time job, or you have savings that's going to last you a full year, or it requires a lot of your expertise to get the business going. So if you have to do that, you got to really plan accordingly. But I do advise never to just quit your job and go for it. But then again, if urgency is gonna help you get things done, if you're that type of person, go nuts. I do know money is somewhat the lifeline of a business in the early days. And the more you have coming in, the more you can slowly build to a point where, what I like to say, you have paying customers, then you're like, all right, if I have paying customers and this is a repeat customer, these types of customers or these same customers are repeating, then I can sort of calculate, step away and try to go all in and pump a little bit more gas into this engine, because you know it's gonna create repeat and returning customers, right? So that's my last advice for you. Let me know which of the ones are your favorite ones. Let me know if there's some other tips you'd like to offer, our community, so that way we can together start, scale our businesses, but also stay deeply connected with ourselves and the people that matter to us. So much love. Thank you very much for supporting our channel. Peace. We'll see you at the next video.